Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Creation Corner. We got Ava, we got Izzie. Thank you guys for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
You guys did great.
Thank you.
I've never seen either of your performances ever in my life.
Yeah.
Like ever. I've never seen Irish step dancing. And I didn't know what a fiddle was until you brought it in today.
Happens.
So before we start, tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you guys met each other.
Yeah. So I'm Ava, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Izzie and I'm also a sophomore. We were freshman year suite mates. We met on the first day of freshman year. Ava was my neighbor.
Yeah, we lived in the same suite. I was actually a little bit scared of Izzie when we met.
Why?
I don't know. She was just super intimidating to me. Like,
she's very
she's not. I
kind-hearted
know.
and very nice.
I don't know. I think it was just the whole like going to college and meeting all those new people. Like she was like, now we're besties though, so it's all good.
That's
now
cool.
it's funny. We laugh about it now, so it's fine.
So playing the fiddle and Irish step dancing, I feel like are very niche. Do you tell people you do those things? Do they find out?
Yeah.
And what's like their initial reaction?
I feel like for me, it's something that people kind of just like find out as they get to know me. And I think it's kind of fun that way. Like, cause then people all of a sudden be like, wait, you do what? You play the what? And then they'll be like, the first thing everyone asks me is like, well, what's the difference between that and a violin? Which is always interesting.
What's the difference between?
So it's mostly just like the music you play, but then also like my fiddle, like we moved the bridge on it to be a bit different than like a regular violin. So it's just like very small, but it's mostly just like what you're playing.
Is the music on the fiddle faster? Or that's
I
just like
wouldn't
the
say-
Irish step dancing music? Or the jig, that's what you played, right?
Yeah, I played
Or
a
danced to?
I played a hornpipe when she was dancing. I played a jig by myself. It's kind of like, I don't know. They're
The
just like
tempos
different.
change,
Yeah.
just like if you were playing classical music,
Yeah.
you can go fast or slow. It depends on like,
Okay.
for
Yeah.
Irish fiddle music, it depends on what I'm dancing to.
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of just depends. Yeah.
But
But I feel like people definitely are like always confused when they hear. Like, I feel like everyone always wants to ask more. You know.
yeah, but that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, it's good.
I wish I had that. I don't think I had that. But anyways, when did you guys start? Like, was this something that is a tradition? Or is this something that your family does? Or was this like, you just woke up one day and was like, you know what, I'm gonna be amazing at this?
So I actually started Irish dance when I was 8 years old. I went to a Bring Your Friend dance class with one of my best friends at the time. And I decided to sign up. I dragged my sister to class with me. And then when my brother was old enough, he started doing it too. So for my household, it became a family thing. And I've been doing it ever since I was 8. Like I spend my Thanksgivings in Philadelphia every year at regionals.
That's so cool.
And yeah, when I was little, I used to like not talk about it much, but now that I'm older, like people understand what it is a little bit more. So it's like my fun fact that I love talking about, yeah.
And then like for me, I started like way later in life. I started playing when I was 15. And it was kind of one of those things where like, I always grew up like listening to like Irish music, but I just never was like exposed to like the musical like playing aspect side of that. Like there is like a whole like community, if you will, like in New York that like is very involved within playing. But I just wasn't really exposed to that. But then when my sister went to college, she became friends with a lot of people, and her roommate, who was kind of like her Izzie, like in terms of like they met by living in a suite together. Her name's Mairead, and she was really involved with Irish music growing up. And then we became family friends, and then I was meeting all those people, and I was like, wait, this is so cool. Like I love the sound of this. So then I decided to pick it up.
That's cool.
Funny enough too, like we have a lot of connections through that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like her sister's friends Irish dance, and
Oh, wow.
it's
So
all
we-
like a
yeah.
big circle.
Oh, wow.
So like once we met at college, we found out we like knew a lot of people in common.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do you think would you say is the hardest part about what you guys do?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely like frustrating to like learn a new skill. I feel like especially for me, because I was like older doing it, it can be like you almost like feel behind, but like it's like I was starting. I've only been doing this for just about 4 years, so like it's definitely I feel like frustrating at times, but it's a lot of fun, and I feel like I just have to think about like that I'm doing this for fun for myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, the mental and physical aspect of doing Irish dance definitely is the hardest part, because like I said, like I compete, so that could really affect like your mental health and everything. And then like I've been in physical therapy since I was 11 years old, so like my bones have broken left and right. But going to college and dancing in college has helped me fallen in love with it again, because I like choose to do it on my own time, and like it's been a good stress reliever for school.
Yeah. Well, just want to like not clarify, but just say it again that you guys did great. Like that was
Chef.
that was
Thank you.
awesome.
I mean, the first time we like properly did that together by playing it, like me playing and her dancing, was last night. So
Yeah. This was so like impromptu, by the way. Like I feel like we were at a meeting, right? Like, do you remember how it started? Like we were at a meeting and then.
No, I think we were kind of just like joking around, like, oh, like what if we played together and Izzie danced, and then it was like.
Yeah, there's a sticky note in the office that says Ava fiddle, and I think
Yeah,
it's been
it was
there for,
written
like, a
last year when they
Are
found
you
out.
serious?
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
found out I played the fiddle, they were like, we need to get you on HawkTV, and then they stuck it on the wall. So now we can take it down.
Oh no, we should leave it
Oh,
there
okay, we'll leave
forever.
it. We'll just put the date. We'll put the date.
Yeah. And then I remember I saw Izzie at the basketball game. And
Yes.
I don't know if you asked me or I asked you, and then we were like, oh, like, are we gonna dance on the show? And I'm like, yeah, Tuesday. Can you do Tuesday? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ava was taking a side mission in California.
Yeah, I was
so
on a side quest.
I didn't know she was gonna be here. And then
Here
Ava
we
sent
are.
me a voice message yesterday, and she was like, all right, we're doing this, that, and that. Can we do this, that, and that? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's run it. So yeah, you guys did great. It was amazing.
Thank you.
One final question. What advice would you give to somebody if they saw what you did and was like, whoa, that's really cool, whether it be the fiddle or the dancing, but you know, they're already like mid-college or like, damn, like I don't know if I can really start doing this right now. Like I'm already like old, you know, like what would you tell them?
I feel like for me, like I started older, if you will, and I was at first really nervous about that. Like, I don't know, starting something new can be a bit like intimidating just because you have to be bad at it before you're going to be good at it. So I think that it's just kind of like diving in and like getting over that fear, because it's definitely like pushes you out of your comfort zone, which like really helps you grow more. And you'll never be as young as you are today, so you might as well just start.
Spitting
Because-
bars right here. Write that down. Put that on
Write that
Pinterest.
down, write that down.
Put
Just
that on
'cause-
Pinterest.
Yeah,
Put that
so
on Pinterest.
I felt old when I did it, but now 4 years forward, I feel like I was so
Yeah.
young. So
I think it's never too late to start something new. And in the Irish dance world, we have adult competitions. So you have every single age group, and then you can join when you're 18 and start competing as an adult. So like we have mother and daughter duos who compete as well. So
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys again for being on the show. Thank you
Thanks
guys
for
for
having us.
performing.
Thank you.
I just
It was
want to give a
fun.
shout out to the crew, to everybody here at the studio,
everyone.
to everybody in the control room. I feel like this is like a sports broadcast. But I really appreciate, this was something new for us, something different, and that's always a good thing. So thank you to everybody who participated. Thank you again to Ava, to Izzie, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.